today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Not too bad. Okay, well, the doctor's ordered for me to take your drain tube and suture out, and there's also 3 staples that I need to remove as well after I do a bit of the dressing. You okay with that?
Yep.
Good. Okay, you do have a drain tube coming off you. I just need to clamp that. It needs to make sure that we've clamped that and there's no suction pulling on it. It just makes it so it's not tugging on you too hard when I remove that. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to just check your name and ID. So can you tell me your name and your date of birth?
Sue Smith, 2nd of the 2nd, 1975.
Okay, no worries. I'll just check your UR number on your band. 567123. Okay, so I've got the right person. I'm going to go and just make sure that I have got all my equipment. And then I'll set it up and we'll move forward with taking it out. So, put it in here. Dressing pack. Without touching anything. Tip the contents out. Good. We might need to give it a little bit of clean. I'm not sure how dirty it is yet, so hopefully it's all nice and healed and it won't need much, but I'll put it on anyway. Good. And our new dressing to pop on top. Just going to put some tape on the side. Staple remover. So we've got both today. Good. Alright, I think that's everything I need. So we're just going to take down your old dressing and make sure there's nothing else I need to add to this before we do it. So if you don't have gloves, you can at this point just verbalise that you are going to put gloves on. And then we're going to remove this old dressing. Okay, good. Okay, it looks nice and clean. There are there are actually 4 staples here, and we have the drain tube sutured in, as we can see there. So we need to remove all of those things. Okay, so while we go and do that, I'm just going to go and do a 1-minute hand wash, and then I'll come back and complete the dressing and removing. Okay, alright, I'm back after my 1-minute hand wash, and I'm just going to make sure that everything in here is separated nicely. I'm going to need those 2 bits of gauze to help me remove the drain tube, so I'm just going to separate them if I can. That's it, 1 for each side. Good. And then I'm going to just quickly give it a clean. Now it doesn't look too dirty, Mrs. Smith, so I'm just going to use a couple of bowls to clean it. I don't need anything too large. Okay, so first of all I might just wipe down the staple line, which looks nice and clean and healed. And then I'm just going to clean around the drain tube site to make sure that that suture comes out nicely. Okay, alright, so the first thing we need to do is actually remove the staples. Now, again, if you are using a stationary staple remover, it won't look as fancy as this, but the principle is still the same. You need to get the hooks underneath and you need to clamp it closed before you release the staple. I'm going to do all 4. And one last one. Good. Okay, so I have 4 there, and I'm just going to leave them there to make sure I can count them at the end. This would normally go in a sharps container, so I'm just going to place it underneath. Now I'm going to pick up my suture remover, or my stitch cutter, and I'm going to find the knot of this. Now I'm just going to pull it to the side. There we go, and we're going to pull underneath, and we're just going to pull the suture out. Okay, now again, this needs to go in the sharps container, and I'm going to pop them in the bin. Now at this point, we need you're not sterile anymore, but I'm going to put some gloves on, and if you don't have gloves, you need to try and maintain your non-touch technique. We're going to put gloves on, and we're going to grab the 2 pieces of gauze that you've separated. Now just bear in mind there is usually a tube coming off the end of this drain tube, so we need 1 piece of gauze to go over the site itself, because sometimes there will be some bleeding and you need to put some pressure on post removal, and then the rest of it goes around the tube like so. Now Mrs. Smith, this might be a bit uncomfortable. I'd like you to take a couple of deep breaths in and out, just normal ones. In and out, in and out. Okay, so on the 3rd one, I'd like you to take a deep breath in and hold it. Okay, in, hold. Now exhale really slowly. Okay, good. Now I'm just going to put some pressure on there for a minute. There doesn't seem to be any bleeding. It's quite a good site. I'm just going to hold on to it for a minute or so, and then I'm going to remove it. I'm going to put all the old dressings in here and throw them in the bin. Okay, so that site does look very good. Now I'm still not touching anything. I just need to grab my little dressing and place it over the drain tube site there and put my tape on. And 1 more. Lovely. Okay, we're all done. Hopefully you're nice and comfortable now.
Thank you.
Okay.